Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, my strength and my redeemer. Ashe. Amen. Good evening, everybody. I am Kuan Yin, and this is Love of the Highest Vibration. Hello. Hey, Patrice. Hi. And Cosmic Flower. Hi. Welcome. Good evening. All right. I'm going to jump right on in. There's somebody this message is for, and I don't know how deep it's going to get, but there's somebody that thinks that they're a late bloomer. Somebody thinks that they are not spiritually where they are supposed to be because they're comparing themselves to other people that are able to do certain things spiritually that they might not actually be doing right now at this particular time. So they feel like they have to, this person feels like they have to take some sort of action or consult somebody or get some ritual done, or somebody feels like they need to do something outside of themselves extra to catch up to everybody else spiritually because they feel like they're behind everybody else. And they want me to bring a message to whoever that person is right now. And this is the best way to explain it. Okay. First off, the message is you have to trust in divine timing for everything. Everything unfolds in its season and in its time. Okay. A lot of people are doing external things and working with demons and entities to get spiritual abilities, powers to do certain things and activities. And it's what they have to give up in order to be able to operate spiritually as they are. But you have to be able to use your intuition to have the foresight to realize the long-term effects. When you have wisdom and foresight, you don't act on what the results that you want right now. You're going to think 5-10 years down the line, 20, 30 years, 40 years, how could this affect me? Because your intuition. So right now you're being called on to and I feel like this message might be for a younger person or someone's child, maybe a young adult child. You're going to need to utilize your intuition right now to trust in divine timing and stop trying to rush what other people are doing right now. They shall have their reward for what they're doing right now. Okay, so if you can imagine, human beings are very emotional creatures that don't have control over their emotions. And because we don't have the right kind of control over our emotions, laws and rules and regulations and things have to be put into place, or else we will self-destruct. One law, gun laws, okay? They don't want 10-year-olds walking around with loaded guns. Why? Because 10-year-olds are not old enough or mature enough to make decisions or to regulate their emotions. And what will they do if they put a gun in a 10-year-old's hand? A 10-year-old might get mad or jealous, and they might shoot somebody with the gun, or just something. I want your candy, and I'm a child that's never been told no. You understand? Now, this is a physical law in place because we know that 10-year-olds are not mature enough. Now, can a 10-year-old obtain a gun by sneaking behind their parents' back? Yes. Or if a gun is left carelessly out in the house? Yes, absolutely. Are there other ways for 10-year-olds to obtain firearms? Absolutely, yes, they are. But does that mean that because you're 10 years old too, you should have a firearm just like that other 10-year-old? Absolutely not. You should not, because it's not meant for you to have at this particular time and point or season in your life. Now, it even talks about in the Bible how the humanoids, how in the book of Numbers, how the Nephilim, the giants came down and how they mixed with the humans on earth, and they taught them. It talks about it in the book of Enoch and the book of Numbers, how they taught them painting of the eyelids. They taught them how to do and make charms. They taught them how to do spells, hexes, and then unhex things. They taught them about what each plant does, what each element does, chemicals. They taught them about gunpowder, all of the little secrets that have to do with chemicals in the earth that can be mixed together to do different things. Makeup, beautifying of the eyelids, melting down metals to create weapons of war, such as swords. They were What they did is they taught all of these things to humans before they were at an emotional state where the human race was ready to have access to that type of knowledge. Okay. And this is in the book of Numbers, where it talks about the Nephilim that came down and made giants in the earth with the daughters of man. Some of you are familiar with Christianity, heard of that story before. Okay, sorry about that. Um, all of this, all of these things can be found, in the book of Numbers, the book of Enoch, and it might be referenced in Daniel and maybe in other Old Testament books. And it's just for reference. But basically, what it's saying is they were not supposed to teach man. Okay. They were not supposed to teach man in that early stage. Y'all know we went through stages. We went through the Taurian stage. We went through the Aryan stage. We went through the Piscean age. Right now, we are in the Aquarius age. There are different stages of evolution that the humans go through with what stage of awareness and consciousness that we're in. And when you introduce something at an early premature stage that someone is not supposed to have, then those things are not going to be utilized the right way. So again, they taught humans how to create charms and how to do hexes and how to hex, charm, all type of craft, spell work, beautifying of the eyelids, how to create makeup, how to use metals to create weapons, gunpowder. They taught all the secrets of the elements and all the things in the earth to the humans, how to make fire, to create the weapons, to melt down the metals, to do stuff. They were not supposed to teach the humans in that stage it. And that's why the human progression has gone way off course, because you had a whole bunch of people in a much earlier stage, whether it was the Taurian age or the Aryan age, that now knows how to create all these hard weapons, gunpowder, and all these, well, it led to making gunpowder ultimately, but different chemicals that they could mix to do different things. And now they're not emotionally mature enough as a human race. Like in their thinking, they're still ultra conservative. They're very brutish. They're very primitive. Yes, that's the word. The humans are still very primitive. And that, fast forward to today, is where we are today, the state of the world today. The masculine and feminine energy is not balanced. It's been too much masculine domination in the world. The world is imbalanced. Too many weapons of destruction because of that imbalance. Too many atomic bombs and energy weapons and biological weapons, all this technology that we have. And what are we doing? We could literally, if our minds were right, live in a paradise, but we're not living in a paradise. We're living in a hell, because a lot of technology and things were introduced to us at a premature, primitive stage. And we've advanced to the point that we are right now. But the way that we're using it is not to create a utopia for everybody. Instead, we've used it to go and make war with each other. Okay. So what I'm saying to whoever I'm addressing right now is, you think that because you cannot spiritually do certain things that other people your age that you might affiliate with are doing, or if you're trying to join a group or something and you need to be able to do something and you're not able to tap in, that's because you're being blocked by your ancestors, because your ancestors are watching you, because you're a very, very powerful being, and they don't want you skipping steps, because they know the repercussions of what's going to happen to all the other people around you that have that don't have a calling, that are doing things, breaking spiritual laws and doing violations. You have a very, very unique calling and a lot of power, and you have to be trained properly how to use it. Okay. I feel like this could be someone between the age of 20 and 30, but you have to be trained properly spiritually before you, because you come from a powerful bloodline, and you might have been told or coached by some karmic man or woman or people around you, you know you come from a very powerful bloodline of women, so you should use what you have to do this and that. No. The people that are talking to you are stupid, okay? Whoever you're talking to, they're stupid. And they're not in good standing with your ancestors or their own right now. And you need to turn a deaf ear to them, because they're going to get you, they're going to get you punished, spiritually punished. Your ancestors are not going to allow you to make certain mistakes. So if you end up going through something as a result of trying to open up something before you're ready for it, they're going to block you. And not just block you, there's going to be some form of repercussion to teach you a lesson. Stop it. You're playing with fire. You're very powerful. You come from a very, very powerful high priesthood, whoever I'm addressing. You come from a very hot, it's something about the women in your family. It's like a lineage of high priestesses, very powerful. And anyone telling you, yeah, so you need to do this right now is fucking oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. This is love of the highest vibration. There's no cursing on this platform. But anybody that is encouraging you to try to hurry up and start doing something and what you should be doing, you need to silence that noise, and you need to attune yourself to your own ancestors and not them. They don't know what they're talking about, okay? They want you to move at your own pace spiritually, and they want you to take stair steps, because it to unlock certain gifts that you have, your gifts might be a lot more powerful than the people you're connected to right now, okay? And whatever they're able to do, the reason you're not able to do it too is because when you do it, it's going to be 10 more, it's going to hold way more weight and be more powerful. But with great power comes great responsibility, and it's certain ways of thinking between your dark and light energy that needs to be balanced out first. It's a certain level of emotional maturity that they have to test you first and make sure you have full emotional control all the way around, so you don't abuse power and disgrace your bloodline. Spiritually, you got a lot of eyes on you protecting you. Whoever I'm talking to, you might have consulted somebody whereby you somebody tried to attach a dark entity to you. Whoever you are, if you consulted someone to help you to open up your gifts faster, they were trying to attach a dark entity to you, because they were collaborating with a warlock that has something. Whoever your mother is, there is a dark warlock that's been battling your mother and coming after your mother with the whole COVID in the past few years. And these people, they watch and keep an eye on you, and these people are trying to sabotage you. So be careful who you work with and talk to and pay money to for services, because you don't realize it, but these people are being sent to you, or the people you connect with are being bribed to do stuff to you, to harm you, because of who your mother is and because of your mother's bloodline. You understand? And you don't even know that these people are trying to set you up. To everyone you think that you're interfacing with face to face, they're connected, or they get approached by people that you don't even know are approaching them. And there is a Cancer energy. And also there might even be a Gemini that might have bribed whoever you approach for spiritual advice to attach a dark entity to you. Okay. So whoever you are, you have to be very, very careful. Don't force open your spiritual gifts. You have to slowly prove that you have emotional control, good decision making, good judgment, and you can balance. I know you might already think that you're already there, and you do, but you don't. I hate to say it like that, because I know I'm just being honest. It's a lot of young people, that get in their egos, and I'm a good person, and I know I'm ready. I make good decisions. I'm balanced in my dark and light energy. I know blah 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 blah. No, you're not. There are still aspects that you might not be seeing clearly. No matter how good we think you are, your crown chakra work don't even start until you turn 43 years old. Okay, you haven't even opened up yet. To you do have a divine calling, but your crown chakra doesn't even start opening up to a certain awareness until you're 43 years old. Okay, and whoever I'm talking to, you have a limited perspective, and it's not that you're not blessed. It's not that you're not good or anything. It's that you are very powerful, and they cannot unlock certain things for you until they are 100% sure that you are completely balanced enough not to lose emotional control. I'll give you a very quick example before I jump into this read. A very quick example of this might be, imagine if all of us existed on a dimensional realm where we could manifest our thoughts, literally. Anything that you think of will literally instantly manifest in the physical realm. There are dimensions like this where the masters, where the ascended masters dwell, where they can manifest instantly any thought and it'll pop up. If I want to manifest a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Shut up, y'all. I like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Peanut butter and jelly sandwich is going to pop out right then and there. You understand? Now, of course, y'all know I'm talking hogwash, but you understand ascended masters, they have full control over 100% of their brain, their mind, their thoughts. They have complete emotional regulation. They can't be budged. That's why they've mastered themselves. It takes a lot to completely master yourself to where nobody can shake you. Okay? Kuan Yin gets shooken emotionally. And if I could shoot lasers and fire out of my hands and my eyes right now, I feel like half my enemies might be on fire right now and bald-headed because I would have blew their heads off with my eyes. I'm just keeping it real because we're emotional beings. We're human. And with the things that a lot of us go through, like, I mean, imagine you had how much self-control would it take for you to have had somebody doing their absolute best to try to take your life and doing the most horrible things to you, trying to mess with your fertility, trying to twist your womb up with spell work, trying to pay people to run you over on the road, people doing death spells day and night on you, constantly flooding you with energy 24/7 around the clock, using an energy weapon on your skull 24/7. To imagine this going on for years, 24/7 around the clock, and stealing your money while they doing it, basically putting their whole foot in your behind, and then expect you to completely control your emotions. But now Kuan Yin got the power to shoot fire out of her hands and her eyes. What you think Kuan Yin gonna do? What you think Kuan Yin is going to do with the lasers that she can shoot out her hands and her eyes? Kuan Yin is going straight to her family members that did this to her. She's going straight to everyone they hired, and she's going to roast and fire them. She's going to shoot fire out her hands and eyes and burn everybody behind up down to... yes, of course. It is hard to have complete control over your emotions on this realm, especially a realm of suffering where you're attacked by demons. I'm just being honest. And Kuan Yin is very old. I'm not going to tell you Kuan Yin's age. It's not like I care. I really don't. But even still, Kuan Yin is old. Kuan Yin is much older than between 20 and 30 years old. And Kuan Yin is still trying to learn to control her emotions because of the people and what has been done to her. So whoever I'm talking to, you haven't even had any real pressure yet. Do you understand? What your ancestors want you to understand is they got to put you through the test. They're going to put you through the ringer, and your test ain't even started yet. You think that you've literally mastered yourself to the point where you should have access to certain power and gifts you have, and because your friends have it. The reason your friends or other people you might know can do certain things spiritually or it works for them is because they don't have the same calling as you and they don't have the same level of power that you have. But when your power comes fully online, it's going to trump everybody like an elephant. Strength and power. It's going to wipe. You're going to be able to... And you're going to need to be able to control yourself. But the thing is, you haven't even been tested yet. I know you think you have, but you think you've been through something yet. But yeah, that door hasn't even been open for you yet. I'm talking to a younger person right now. You got to wait until you've been pushed to the edge. Woo, ask Kuan Yin about being pushed to the edge. You understand? There are some tests that you're going to go through between whoever you are. I just can feel you're between the age of 20 and 30. Okay. You're going to be pushed from whatever age you are right now up until around 40, 43 years old. When that crown starts opening, you're going to be put through some fiery test before you can be completely open to your gifts, to make sure you don't lose it and just try to destroy the whole earth. Because if we lived on the realm the ascended masters live in, that dimension where you can manifest your thoughts instantly, that means you would have to have full control over your mind. That means, and humans only have a small percentage of control over their brain. Okay, a small percentage. So imagine having full control over your entire brain. No, you can't have that, because that includes being able to manifest as an ascended master. No, we're too emotional. We're emotional creatures. Okay, and we're not. Our mind and brain is not perfect yet. Perfection equals death. That means you've mastered this realm. So now you can make things appear and do, because you have full control. You're completely over the illusion, and you have 100% control. And you're not even close to that, because you haven't even started your test. You think it's easy right now because you haven't been tested. If you think the test is easy, if right now you think, oh, this isn't so bad, I've been through a couple of things in my 25 years, 26 years of life, so that was it, I'm ready for my gifts. Then, sweetheart, you ain't even started yet. If you think you're ready for your gifts right now, you have not even started yet, because that means you ain't even, because you might have had some struggles and a couple of challenging things, that your test hasn't even started yet. Okay. And they want me to tell you, whoever you are, stop going to people. Don't go to no practitioners. Don't try to do nothing. Don't try to pay nobody no money. That the work that you have to do is this right here. This work that we keep talking about. This is the only work that you have to do. There's nothing special that you need other than, oh, can y'all even see this? I'm sorry. I'm extra, y'all. I'm always extra. All you need, or every bit of work that you need to unlock your spiritual gifts on the level that you want, because somebody told you that you were very powerful and what you would do. Someone prophesied that to you, whoever you are. So you thought that you needed to go ahead and jump ahead of God. Oh, well, since it's been prophesied about my bloodline and I come from high priestesses, that means that I should be doing X, Y, and Z. So let me go ahead and get somebody to help me do X, Y, and Z. Wrong. No, you're not supposed to go and just make something happen. It doesn't work like that. To fulfill your highest calling in your bloodline, for the bloodline of high priestess you come from, all the work that you need to do is inside your mind. It's an alchemical process that has to do with transformation of your thoughts and your mind, balancing your dark and light energy. And that's it. Nothing else. There's no oil you can rub, no book that you can read, even though certain books might help enlighten you. Yes, do a lot of reading. You can do breath yoga. Do not sit up there and do no 5-hour meditation on your crown chakra and end up hallucinating, or your third eye, or do work with no demons or entities. Don't do that, because you will invite a spirit that will try to dominate and take over your body. The work that you need to do to become to fulfill your highest calling is to balance out all of your thoughts, starting at the root chakra, to balance your thoughts between dark and light energy, the devil and the angel. In every thought, it's really simple. The work is really simple. Meditate, eat healthy, live a wholesome life. It's nothing special. Just live your life every day with regular experiences. And as experiences come your way, you don't have to do anything special. Okay? You're going to end up on your path simply just by living your life. You don't have to go nowhere looking for your path or searching for your gifts, or go to somebody to tell you something or to give you something to help. Nothing. You don't have to do nothing but be yourself. And as you be yourself, balance your dark and light energy. That means every thought that comes into your mind about how you think about something or someone, ask, what I'm about to say, think, or do, how would I feel if someone did that to me or thought that about me? or did this about me. You have to learn to balance your dark and light energy aligned with every school of thought that is aligned with every single chakra in your body. And if you want more information about which schools of thought are aligned with each chakra, your root chakra has to do with your connection to your survival skills. It has to do with fear. Okay. It has to do with your ability to survive, feel safe and vulnerable with people, places, and things, your safety, your connection to earthly things. Your sacral chakra, the orange one, this one is connected to your emotions, balancing every thought that has to do with balancing your emotions, whether you become jealous, how you deal with jealousy and envy, or whether you feel happy or sad. You have to balance those, every thought. Your solar plexus chakra, this one has to do with your self-confidence, self-awareness, the self-identity, how you identify, your personality development, your emotional development. The heart chakra, how you love yourself and love others. Okay. Not being an overactive heart chakra or underactive. Then the throat chakra, which is a direct result and reflection of how your solar plexus chakra is, because you have to have confidence to speak your mind, or otherwise you have blockages in voicing your opinions if you don't stand on business, because you're confident and you know who you are, which means you already have a balance. This is all the work. This is all the work. Don't go to nobody that's going to put an evil spirit on you, attach an entity attachment to you, or do anything, say prayers over you. No. All you have to do to get in alignment with all the high priestesses in your family is to do the inner work of self-reflection by inserting love and compassion into every single thought that floods through you. Walk through nature, exercise, take care of yourself, and stay away from toxic people that want to tell you anything otherwise. Okay? That's your message. I'm about to go ahead and jump into these cards because I have a feeling it might have something to do with that from what they were telling me. Okay? Whoever I'm talking to, you come from a family of high priestesses. But the thing is, because you know that you feel like you should be at a certain level spiritually, that you see other people at. You feel like you should be doing certain things spiritually right now, and you shouldn't. Okay? Because you're being tested and gauged right now in your maturity, your emotional maturity, how you handle situations. And you have not even, whoever you are, you haven't even been put through any test yet. You ain't been put through no real fire. Maybe a few basic things. Y'all know how, no offense, and I know I'm a catch heck. But y'all Gen Z, and y'all like, stop it. But some of y'all Gen Zs, and what they call the other ones, I'm sorry, y'all, the Gen Zs and the other ones, I get millennials. Some of y'all can be a little bit dramatic. What do you mean? Oh, I've been through so much. This life is so hard. I can't even afford to get my hair done and go to the spa and get my weekly massage anymore. Oh my God, what is the world coming to? I'm sorry. Some of y'all are so dramatic. I apologize, but some of y'all are just so freaking dramatic. I'm serious. And you think that the struggle is real because you can no longer go to Jeju or Jeju or whatever, or one of these spas where you go and get your little spa treatments and massages and this, that, and the other. And you're like, I've passed my spiritual test. I've passed my spiritual test. Hold on, y'all. Sorry, I had to get a fingernail off that just split. My fingernail will get split on the cards. Sorry about that. I've passed my spiritual test because I've been taken through the ringer. Do you know I went a whole year and I was not able to go to the spa and to lay down in the salt room, and then go sit in the sauna room and sit in the jacuzzi and then do my yoni steam and get a massage and then get my nails and my toes done. I've struggled and I've passed all my tests. I've been through, I've been to the mountaintop, like Martin Luther King. I'm just saying, some of them younger ones are a little bit dramatic and they feel like they've been through it because they can no longer do certain luxuries. So, okay, so whoever I'm talking to, they just want me to tell you, be very careful, because if you start trying to force open certain gifts before you're ready, before that time, you might start hallucinating. You might invite spirits in that are not supposed to be a part of your energy, that might distort your view or take you off of your divine path. Right now, you need to have patience and just live your life and focus and just continue. Be the most important thing is patience. Stop trying to rush something. The reason God placed certain things in the earth for humans to discover on their own over time. And my father told me this one time, certain metals and stones they were not supposed to learn about before they were ready, not while they still had a premature mind, because it was already understood that man had a primitive mind, and they were very emotionally immature and unbalanced, and they would use eventually those weapons to make war with each other and destroy the earth. You understand? These things were supposed to, over the ages, be discovered little by little by little. These things were supposed to slowly be unraveled in synchronicity with our emotional maturity and development as a human race. Do you understand? While we uncovered about chemicals and how to make atomic bombs and these chemicals to do different things, it was supposed to be in alignment with the human race's maturity, the level that we, as we opened and discovered certain things, we were supposed to be at certain levels of maturity. You understand? Through all of the different ages. But we got hold to information and access to things that are very destructive before the human race was emotionally mature enough to have it. And that's why, one of the reasons we're in the state we are today. When these things were put in the earth, for us to discover through the ages, as the humans evolved mentally and balanced their masculine and feminine energy out. Now we're balanced enough to handle having access to a chemical that can blow up the world. Do you understand? But instead of blowing up the world, we found another use for that chemical that could help everyone in the world to live in peace. You understand? But we're primitive minded as humans, even right now in this Aquarian age. Okay. So, the seven of Vajras, it reminds us not to steal. Okay. It reminds us not to do things to cause misfortune for others, because over and over again, I keep trying to tell you over and over again that to believe that you can cause misfortune for others through energy harvesting, because you might think, well, I'm not really stealing because it's energy and not like out of money out of someone's purse. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You are stealing. If you're taking someone else's energy with intention of using their energy to manifest for yourself, they need that energy to manifest for themselves. If they offer you their energy willingly and freely, like a preacher, a pastor, a mentor, they're giving you advice, they're utilizing their energy on you to teach you something, to help you, to heal you. That's energy that's being offered to you. But if you're doing spell work or any form of spiritual manipulation to harvest another's energy, that's ignorance and sloth, one of the three poisons that impede spiritual enlightenment. So it reminds us not to take what is not offered to us. And I'll go ahead and give it to you really quickly. In this scene on the card, we see, because it seems to be confusion about this, or people just don't care and they still harness people's energy because they're not worried about the karma that they will receive as a result. They think it's not wrong. It is wrong. So whoever you are, I don't know if somebody is guiding you and telling you it's okay because it's not something on the physical realm. That's a lie. It's just as much karma when you're taking another person's energy that's not being offered to you. That's karma for that too. And if you didn't learn that lesson and you think you deserve to open all your gifts right now spiritually, then no, that's another reason why your ancestors said, no, we can't allow you to have full access to your power yet, because you have not learned what we need you to learn to be responsible enough to have access to your full powers at this tender age just yet. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and read this to you. In the scene on this card, we see a warehouse with cushions and jewels stored inside. Okay. A thief is leaving with a bag of jewels. Sorry, let me make sure y'all see this. A thief is leaving. A thief is leaving with a bag of jewels. His suspicious glance gives him away. This card represents dishonesty. Okay. So this card actually represents dishonesty. The 5 precepts tell to avoid dishonesty of various kinds. We are told not to steal, not to lie, not to cheat on our spouse. These rules are not for the sake of others, but for our own sake. These negative actions stem from the false belief that we can prosper from the misfortune of others. This ignorant behavior separates us from others and does violence to our ability to become one with the world. Okay. However, it is not enough to refrain from negative behavior. We must cultivate positive behavior instead. Instead of not stealing, we must develop generosity. Okay. Instead of not lying, we must develop truthfulness. Okay. And instead of not cheating, we must develop contentment. If a dishonest action is not engendered by negative selfish interest, then it does not fall into the same category. For example, okay, if we stole a weapon from a would-be killer to stop him from killing, this is not a negative action. If the reading is referring to this kind of action, then it is describing a heroic act. Look for what is being stolen and why. Okay. So that means if somebody's trying to steal something from Kuan Yin and Kuan Yin pull her sword out and chop their head off, it's a heroic act. And I want you all to clap for me. Okay. All right. Now, the Dakini, here, this is Visvadakini. This represents the subconscious mind. Okay. This Dakini represents the subconscious mind. Dakinis are female forms of Buddha. And understand, when we talk about Buddha, Buddha is an energy, a way of thinking, just like the 4 suits in the deck of the emperor and the empress. You have 4 kings and 4 queens. And what they represent is not those actual people. What they're actually representing is a certain type of energy. One has to do with your emotions. One has to do with having good boundaries and intellect, thinking function. One has to do with your practicality, earth function, connectedness to earthly things. Another one has to do with your confidence. You understand? These are aspects and characteristics of your thinking connected to the chakras. Okay. These are things connected to the chakras. Yes. Your emotions, your earthly connection to earthly things, your confidence. Yeah, they align with your chakras. Yes. So the Buddha mind, it's just like the 4 suits of, the emperor or the empress. But this is the female version of their subconscious mind. So this might have something to do with the divine feminine. This has to do with the balancing of your masculine and feminine energy in the subconscious mind. They are likely goddesses that are dancing with freedom and abandoned in our psyches. Okay. In Tibetan, it means skywalker. Okay. One psyche that is beyond fear. So what this card is representing is whoever you are right now, you have conquered fear. So that's a good thing. Right now, you're not operating out of fear. You're very confident and you're fearless. And I think that might be why you're like, hey, I'm confident and I'm fearless. So why can't I do certain things spiritually yet? I should be able to do these things. Yeah, I'm glad you feel good about being confident and fearless, but there are still other things other functions that you don't see yet. Just like I know when I was younger, there was so many things that I still could not see yet. So of course, if I couldn't see these things in my psyche and they were in my blind eye due to a lack of experience and my age and exposure, of course I'm going to think I've mastered myself or mastered certain aspects of myself. It's like the known world, just like they say, of course, we know Christopher Columbus didn't discover America, but they talk about, look, I've discovered this is the whole world right here. No, this is the very small part of the world you found. It's not the whole world, but you think it's the whole world because this is where you are right now. What you don't see is because you don't have a bird's eye perspective, all the other continents and places on the world, because you haven't been there yet. So that has the same thing to do with someone's perspective. Someone thinks because they're confident, they're operating out of love, and they're not in operating out of fear, that they have mastered themselves. But no, it's not that. Your level of awareness in what you've been exposed to at this point in your life, you think you've seen it all, and you have not yet. There are still places that you have to go. I'm talking about dealing with your consciousness, things that you're not yet aware of. Like a newborn baby, they're not aware of a world that they're in. They're only aware of the crib that they're in. And then at a certain point, they become aware that that crib is inside of a room. And then at a certain point, that baby, when it gets older, it becomes aware that they are a baby in a room, and they crawl out. Wow, this room is just a room inside of a house. And they get a little bit older and they can walk and talk, and they go out. Oh my God, they're from that crib to that room to that house. I didn't realize this house is just a house on a street where there are other houses. And the older that baby becomes and more mature they become, the more their consciousness and awareness grows and expands to understand, further out what's out there. You understand? So it's the same process going on with whoever this younger person is. Their consciousness and awareness needs to be able to expand a little bit further through experiences in life, other experiences and tests that have not been brought before them yet. But they are operating out of fearlessness right now and confidence. It comes from a realization that we are not isolated beings in an uncaring world. So someone is aware of themselves physically and spiritually, but they still have a lot more that they have to learn. We are one with the world and have always been. Death and suffering stem from the illusion of separateness. Okay. Visvadakini's music dispels this illusion, and it's in the upright. So somebody's not operating out of fear. That's a good thing. But somebody needs to make sure that they have the right perspective about what stealing and causing misfortune for others is. Okay. Somebody might not realize yet or might not have a balanced perspective. And again, that's something that they're going to have to learn and understand. They don't know everything yet. And that's why their ancestors are like, we got to teach you little by little until you're completely ready. Now, again, this has to do with, they want me to tell you, transformation of your subconscious mind. And this has to do with leaning into your higher intuition. The divine feminine energy is talking about the feminine side of your brain. Okay. And then I have divine masculine in reverse. So I have divine feminine in the upright, but divine masculine in the reverse here. So this might have something to do with balancing out your logic. Okay. So the logic function, it might be something. Okay. They're telling me it's something that you're not processing correctly in how you're using your logic. The way you're applying your logic to a certain type of thinking that you have programmed in your subconscious mind is not in alignment with your higher path. Okay. So if I'm just using as an example, if you think that because someone told you it's okay to do spell work to siphon other people's energy to utilize it because it's not going to hurt them, they've got more than enough energy. And when they move out about throughout the day, if it's a speaker, energy goes out of your body anyway. When you go out and about, and that's why high vibrational people often are put by God and placed in the universe in areas that need their energy, because the energy, it goes out of their body, and it goes to the people around them to help lift the vibration and the frequency. That's why a lot of us high vibrational people are spread out among dark areas in the earth. You won't see a whole lot of high vibrational people in two places at the same time, because we have so much energy and light. We're put in dark places all over the world so that our energy can go out to the people around us to help lift and raise the vibration of the collective consciousness in love. Now, that does not mean, well, because you're high vibrational and you have so much energy pouring off of you, it's okay for me to do spell work and take some of it because it's coming off of you anyway. No, and that would be a flawed way of thinking. No, you're not supposed to take what's not offered to you. The energy will leave our body naturally and go where it needs to go in our environment. But it does not give you permission or authorization. It's not the same thing when you consciously do spell work to try to take somebody's energy. Or if you go, because I have Merkaba here too. So if somebody's been talking to you about training you how to spiritually move about on a spiritual realm, to take energy from people in order to manifest financially, that's where your correction is coming in with your logical mind. Somebody presented something for whoever you are logically that made sense to you, and you're in agreement with it because you don't think you're hurting anyone, because the person that you might think that you're siphoning from, you might think that they don't even know what you're doing because you're taking their energy. They don't know what you're doing. So what you don't know can hurt you. That's a lie, because it's the action of you knowing you're taking something from somebody, whether they know it or not, that's creating more bad karma for you. And that it's something like that in your logical mind, that's in your subconscious thinking with the Dakini here, that's got to do with having empathy and compassion. Come through, spirit. Yes. Thank you. Okay. So the divine feminine energy, this energy right here. So this is what my message is to you that they want me to talk before I jump in the reading. Okay, this is the message. You have the feminine aspect of your brain and the masculine. Logic meets heightened intuition. This is dealing more with the intuitive function and empathy and compassion. That means not doing something to someone else you would not want done to yourself. How would you feel if you had millions of dollars in the bank and you found out that somebody was just taking money off the top? And when you caught them and addressed them, you were like, well, you have so much. I only took $10, but you still would feel violated, wouldn't you? You would feel violated because even if you have millions of dollars, you did not give that person permission to access or take money out your bank account. Now, if they ask you for it, you probably would have given it to them freely. You might have given them $100 or $1,000 if it's someone you care about. You understand? But the point is, it was not offered to you. So you feel offended someone took something from you without asking. And your energy is how we manifest money. Nothing comes in the physical realm without being manifested in the spiritual realm. So if you're robbing somebody's of their energy on the spiritual realm, that's like taking money out of their bank account on the earthly realm too. Do you understand? If you want someone's energy for healing or anything, you go to them, can you pray for me? Can you hold my hand? Can you come and touch and agree with me? Because there's something I need. And I know you have a lot of manifestation power inside of you. There are people like this that can help you manifest. There are people that do all kind of manifestation. There are people that will have sex with you that do manifestation and help you manifest money doing some form of sexual stuff too. It's many ways to manifest. I don't judge anybody as long as you get permission and whatever you're doing is balanced and in the upright, and you're not doing something against someone's free will. You understand? So, whoever this person is, divine masculine is in the reverse and divine feminine is in the upright, because you're not operating out of fear, but in your logical mind, divine masculine has to do with the logic function and your intellect, your thinking function. You are looking at it from a logical standpoint, but you need to add a dose or a teaspoon of empathy and compassion. That means you wouldn't want someone going in your bank account without permission to take some of your money, even if it's just a little bit. I don't care if they have billions of dollars, ask for permission. That's the empathy and compassion aspect. And that's my message that they want me to give you, that this is the logical. You're not thinking about something right. You're using too much logic, and you're not using the compassion and empathy function of how would I feel? Would I feel violated if somebody did this to me? Okay. So that's what needs to be balanced out. Your masculine energy, when it comes to your logical function, you think it's okay. You're like, well, I probably wouldn't know, so I wouldn't care. Okay, even if you wouldn't care enough for another person to respect their space and respect their energy. Whatever energy comes out naturally, yes, that's for everybody. Like if you're a teacher, you're giving so much energy leaves your body through your mouth and through your head and through your feet. And sometimes you're behind if you lactose intolerant and you sit up there and have dairy. But you understand, I'm trying to be a comedian now, but you understand what I'm saying. You have to have enough empathy and compassion that even if a person does have a lot of energy, if you want them to help you manifest something with your energy, outside of whatever energy comes out freely from them, you can't do spell work or you create bad karma for yourself. Okay. You have to ask them, can you pray for me? You're very powerful. Can you touch and agree with me? But going on to the spiritual realm and collecting other people's energy, even if they never find out about it, is creating bad karma for yourself. And that's that they want you to correct something like that in your thinking. They want you to balance that function out in your thinking with your logic. They need more empathy and compassion to not do something to another person you would not want done to yourself. And that's the message, really. Okay. Divine masculine in reverse, divine feminine in the upright. That's your masculine and feminine energy coming together to be balanced out. And this is your subconscious mind, the Dakini. And the Dakini is talking about feminine, the feminine side of your brain. So this has to do with compassion and empathy in your programming, in your subconscious mind. Thank you, Spirit. I didn't even get that in my pre-shuffle. They're giving it to me as I'm getting further into it. And lastly, before we're almost done, the 7 of jewels here. This represents the transformation that I was just talking about. Yes, this 7 of the 7 of jewels. I underlined it. The journey through the chakras. Yes. Okay, so the yogi contemplates the progressively more subtle states of matter and rises up towards the Buddha nature. Of course, the Buddha nature is nothing more than the enlightened mind. So in your journey toward mastery, to get that enlightened mind, there are certain thought processes that have to be transformed that balance out you having compassion and empathy. Okay. And this card is representing like ice, okay, boiling water, okay, and then steam, okay, the 3 different states of matter. That transformation right there. It's also in alignment with the transformation that you mentally go through your chakras in the thinking, what we started off talking about. Okay. The earth would be connected with your root chakra, surviving, your emotions, your confidence, love and compassion, your heart chakra, ether, throat, when you speak, and then your intuition, your intuitive function, and then your crown chakra when you start reaching mastery. But you can't skip steps, or else you might go crazy, or it's going to create imbalances that could make you sick, hallucinate, or throw you off your journey. It doesn't end your journey, but it could send you down the wrong path. Okay. If you don't go through the steps properly, it can send you down the wrong path. So you have, I'm just going to read from the book. Okay. In the center of this card, we see a stupa of a statue of Buddha inside. It's a symbol of the axis mundi. Okay. The different sections of this tower represent the 5 elements, and their order demonstrates the descent of spirit into matter. Come through. Yes. So it's representing the descent of spirit into matter. And it has to do with the function of thinking that starts with earthly matters, practical matters, that goes to emotional matters. It's like a baby's development, the physical manifestation of the baby, and then the emotional development of the baby, and then the baby develops what? Self-confidence, a personality, emotional maturity, self-identity, and then the baby's voice box, their throat chakra starts to, the heart chakra, love, how they love, depending on how they did with earthly matters, with their emotions, with self-identity, personality development, is how their heart chakra is going to function, which leads to this process. Is the same process that they're talking about, but it's the thinking function, the thought process of this is happening in the mind, while this is just showing you that the manifestation of that process. The earth and ground represents the practical aspect. Okay, the Buddha inside of this circle right here represents air. This obelisk looking, it looks like a phallus over here on top, it represents fire. And then the moon and the sun, it represents ether. And ether is what transforms from the earthly mindset or earth into the thought mindset, the higher chakras, dealing with the third eye, the throat chakra, and the crown chakra. The ether represents the throat chakra, Visuddha. Okay, so it's talking about this card is just simply representing the journey through your chakras. Okay, the journey through your chakras, and right now you're still balancing out your emotions, how you self-identify, the heart chakra, compassion, empathy, and also your root chakra is good because you're not operating out of fear. You have a very good, whoever you are, you have a very stable root chakra. Okay, but that's what it's representing, the process of starting out practical, connected to things of the earth, to things that have to do with the thought process, the subconscious mind. Okay, that transformation. Okay, and I already explained to you about divine masculine in reverse, divine feminine in the upright, and the cards in between here. This has to do about Merkaba. Merkaba has to do with you traveling on your light body, possibly when your spirit leaves your body. But I have coherence in the reverse. Okay, the frequency of coherence supports our ability to harmonize the frequency of the heart with the frequency of the mind for optimal ability to create the reality we desire. So coherence is in reverse because to frequent to what's the word they use? I'm sorry. Our ability harmonize. To harmonize your thought process with your heart process, you have to fix this function of empathy and compassion in how you perceive taking something that might not be seen on the physical realm. The way that you see that, it needs to be adjusted and changed. Now, I don't know if you're someone that does a lot moving around spiritually, have Merkaba, so maybe you astral project, okay, on the spiritual realm, or maybe that's what you're working on doing right now. But it supports our ability to use our consciousness to travel into other layers of reality and dimensions. It activates our access to our Akashic inheritance as well, merging the totality of our experiences into our present to serve our highest purpose. Okay, so I don't know if you're trying to at this time access your Akashic records, but there are lessons you have to learn and master that other people don't have to, because of the bloodline you come from holds a lot of responsibility. You come from a bloodline of high priestesses, so it's not the same as your friends. If they create bad karma doing something, that's just them. But because of your bloodline, you're not allowed to do certain things. So that's why they want you to get it together before you can do certain things. Okay, so stop trying to force something. Alchemy. The frequency of alchemy activates our magical ability and remembrance of the magic that we all hold inside. Each one of us has the potential to access the ancient knowledge that allowed the true alchemists to perform the miracles of transmutation. And whoever you are, you come from a family and a priesthood of real, true alchemists. You come from a bloodline of alchemists. You do. But you have to, like I said, you have more responsibility than the people you're connected to. They're going to get karma for what they do, but that's not for you to worry about. Well, they're not getting it. Nothing's happening to them. You have more responsibility than they do. You're like Superman, whoever you are. Okay. But you don't get to fly yet. You don't get to fly yet. And you have to be more responsible because even if they are doing things like you, they don't have the same level of power that you do. Okay. And they're not going to have the same access that you're going to have. You're going to be able to spiritually go a lot further than the people you're connected to that might be able to do things right now. So that's the reason why your training has to complete before certain doors spiritually are unlocked and open for you. So please give me a Kuan Yin Oracle card and we can jump into the message because I know I'm long-winded. I'm telling you, y'all, in this 2025, it's so many kids, the threshold. Okay. I'm gonna pull one more just in case. They made my hand hit that, but I'll check one more. They got so many younger people and they're starting at such a younger age that they're not giving proper guidance to, that they're just throwing magic books in their hand and chakra books in their hand and go ahead, just work on the third eye, work on it. And that's why they're hallucinating. That's why entity attachments are connecting to them and trying to take over their whole body and they're turning into a zombie. They got them going to voodoo high priestesses and different witch doctors and shamans. I'm not calling anyone evil at all whatsoever. But what I'm saying is trying to ask them to do things for them because everybody wants to be some kind of superhero without understanding everybody's not supposed to do everything. Everyone is not for everybody. Everybody's not called to be Harry Potter, but everybody just wants to be what they see and fantasize about on TV. Just like that whole sprinkle revolution with Shira 7, that's not for everybody. That is in a part of some people's life path because it's certain lessons and things that are a part of their life path for that. But that doesn't mean every single person is supposed to follow and become a part of the sprinkle brigade. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And I'm not shooting her down either because they play a very important role in balancing things out with masculine and feminine energy. That plays a role too, because that whole sprinkle ideology with being objectified for security, that's going to help teach the lessons to the masculine energies that need to evolve about balancing their masculine and feminine energy out when they don't get what they want out of a shallow relationship. They're there to teach them a lesson. Everything has its use, but that lifestyle is not for everybody. That's not meant for everybody. You got no offense, but you got some women walking around here looking like Oscar the Grouch, eyebrows and all, trying to do the sprinkle thing and end up in their cars. And they're like, I don't understand why it didn't work. I followed all the rules because you look like Oscar the Grouch. You should have waxed your eyebrow. I'm just making jokes, but you understand. I'm just saying it's not for everybody. And people get delusional, just like some of the advice Kitten Hills gave. It's not for every single man. Everything is not for everybody. Okay? And a lot of younger people are out here just willy-nilly. I'm a wizard. I'm a witch. I'm a this. I'm a that. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. And they end up with problems. All right, what is the Kuan Yin Oracle card? I got the threshold. Was there another? Okay. All right. Oh, I didn't get that one before. I'm going to read that first. Oh, man. Look at Kuan Yin. Look at that beautiful aura. Look at this gorgeous picture. Look at that. I love it. That aura around her. Okay. Radiant moon of compassion. Woo, what did we talk about? Compassion. Kuan Yin sits upon a radiant moon of compassion, pouring forth the spiritual strength needed for you to liberate yourself from lower vibrational energies of fear and judgment and shift into the vibration of freedom, love, and peace, where you naturally belong. You are being urged to use this power to grow spiritually and to free yourself from a situation that would otherwise dim your bright spirit. Come through. So, whoever's child, young adult child I'm talking to, you didn't connected yourself with somebody or people, okay, that you need to disconnect from, okay? Whatever situation you've connected yourself to right now, it's dimming your bright spirit and you don't even realize it. Somebody might be using somebody to dim your spirit, to steal your light, to steal your star. Don't go to no crazy practitioner trying to get them to open your gifts for you or do something to help you, and then you end up with a demonic spirit, or they end up taking your star, taking your energy from you, and you don't even realize they done did a destiny swap with you. You got to be careful with that kind of stuff. Everything that you need to do, you've got all power inside of you and access to it, but you have to do the inner work. And that work has nothing to do with anybody else but doing meditation, mindful meditation, and opening your heart to compassion and empathy. Okay? Again, really quickly, the moon of compassion, pouring forth your spiritual strength needed for you to liberate yourself from what? Lower vibrational energies of fear and judgment. Make sure you're not being too judgmental, and shift into the vibration of freedom, love, and peace. That's where you naturally belong. So you might be connected to some negative energies right now, and you might be in some kind of situation you need to free yourself from. Whoever you are, you better disconnect from whoever you connected with. That I feel like that's a warning for you. The threshold. At the threshold you stand. Before you lies a way of being that is beyond fear. I told you, you don't, whoever you are, you're not afraid. You don't have fear, that type of fear inside of you. So that's a good thing. It is a sacred passing through a karmic veil into a new life of empowerment, peace, and unconditional love. You are coming home to love, the threshold. Okay. And here's your beautiful picture. I love it. I love those colors. Looks like she's wearing silk. Okay, so let's jump on into the read. I know that's the main part here. All right, what is the energy crowning this read? What is the energy crowning this read? I believe I already shuffled this, so I'm going to only hit it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. All right. What is the energy crowning this read? Okay. All right, so somebody's not going to move forward with something. Okay, somebody's letting something go. Oh, somebody was trying to drain somebody's energy. Uh-oh, see? Uh-huh. So it looks like somebody was doing exactly what I was picking up on. Somebody, a Queen of Wands energy. I don't know if this is your energy or someone else's. Somebody that might have been doing something on a mission to drain somebody's energy is going to release it and let it go, and they're not going to move forward in this kind of energy. Now, I'm not sure yet if this is you or if you connected with somebody that was really going to drain your energy from you. You need to be careful, man or woman, okay? But someone's not going to move forward with something because they now have clarity about a collaboration, the 3 of Pentacles, and they're the wounded warrior. Okay, so it's looking like somebody might have even already learned their lesson, that somebody was collaborating with somebody to possibly try to drain their energy from them. See, I told you, you got to be careful. You got to be careful about these people. Somebody that you might have gone to might have really been paid money to drain your energy, because You don't realize it, but whoever you are, people have eyes on you because you come, I'm going to say this again, you come from a bloodline of high priestesses. So the government knows who you are. Your government knows your family. Your government, though you're young, knows who your mama is, who your grandmother is, who your great grandmother is, or whatever, if it came from the grandfather's side at some point, whatever. The government has been following your bloodline and your family for a very long time. So you might not even think you're being followed and watched, but you are being. So if you do into somebody's botanica or shop, they're immediately, oh, we've been waiting to get access to her energy. Okay, so when she comes to you again, this is what we want you to do. You understand? Whoever you are, you're being monitored and watched. Who you interact with, if you date, if you have sex with anybody, they're following you around because they want your energy. Okay? And you think that you're trying to get help for one thing, but in actuality, what they are doing is trying to find ways to utilize your energy and to trick you up out of whatever gifts you got. Okay, what happened in the recent past? Ooh, look at this. See, that devil energy. That this might be a Capricorn, or this might be an obsessed energy. What happened in the recent? I told y'all this might even be a demonic spirit that literally could be body hopping and following your bloodline around, just looking. The minute you make contact with anyone or anything, they use it as an entry point to access you. Clarify what happened in the recent past with this devil energy. What happened in the recent past? Give me another card. The recent past. So in the recent past, somebody came up under judgment. This could be a Capricorn energy because there was a missed opportunity for somebody to do something. This might be somebody that might know someone that you know in your family. With that Six of Cups, this could be someone that you might have an emotional bond with, people you have an emotional bond with. This could be your family members or friends or your community, but somebody knows you because you, like I said, come from a family of high priestesses that go back. The government has been following your family for a long time. Okay. And somebody came up under judgment with somebody else from the past that already knows you and knows about you, and they know about your mama and everybody else. And it was a missed opportunity because they're under judgment for what they might have tried to do to somebody else in your family. Okay. They might have tried to do something to someone else in your family. And somebody that lacks accountability, that don't see things right. Okay. Oh, that can't. Okay. There might be a Gemini that can't keep their legs closed. So you might need to be careful of a Gemini in your family that can't keep their legs closed. The King of Wands reverse. Oh my God, my phone just pinged. That is confirmation. So there might be like a prostitute type energy in your family that can't keep their legs closed and they don't have control over their sexual energy. The King of Wands reverse is someone that does not have control over their sexual energy. Okay. Or they might be easily influenced sexually, or they try to use their sexuality to influence others. This might be a Gemini with the Lover's energy. So there's a Gemini here in some prostitute energy that don't have no self-control over their sexual energy at all, that missed an opportunity to possibly do something to someone in your family. Maybe they wanted to drain. This person might have wanted to drain. Maybe they wanted to drain your mama or something like that. But this person, like I said, they're in a mental imprisonment, or I'm picking up the energy of somebody that get them a little bit of sex and lose their mind. You know, like, I haven't been touched in 20 years. I haven't been. I'm getting the energy of somebody that they ain't been touched in 20 years, and somebody blowing their ear, and they tell all the damn secrets. They give all access. Here's my bank card. Here's keys to my apartment. You can come on through anytime you want, because I know. And they could be being used by somebody that's just trying to get through to you. You understand? That's the energy I'm getting from this Gemini. This might be somebody that maybe they didn't have sex in a long time, and somebody literally blew on their ear, barely just and they just lost it. Here's my bank card. Here's the keys to my car. Everything. Oh my God! You said you want to marry me, and we're gonna have kids together and a family. Oh, I'm losing my mind. I'm gonna start looking at wedding dresses online. Somebody, that's the energy I'm picking up on. Somebody lost their mind because somebody literally might have blown on their skin. Just a little bit of heat on the back of their neck. I'm gonna let y'all see my lips. just somebody might have breathed a drop of warm hot air on the back of their ear or lips, and they lost it. And this person was willing to do anything. This person was willing to get on their knees and do anything for the person that blew on the back of their neck, because they ain't been touched in so long, and they lost their goddamn mind. And that's why they were in a mental imprisonment, because somebody went over there and started flirting with a horny ass Gemini. Somebody started flirting with a horny ass Gemini connected to your family, and they ended up in a whole mental imprisonment. They couldn't see straight. They couldn't think straight. They became like a junior high school girl. Child lost their mind. And I feel like somebody, a Capricorn might have set them up. Been like, oh, this is going to be too easy. So whoever you are, you're connected to a network of people that want somebody's energy. It might be your mother's energy that they want, but because they can't get your mother's energy, they might have done something reckless, made an offer to somebody that you connected with. Maybe I told you, whoever you are, you're being followed, and they made them an offer to drain your energy. So whoever you are, you have to handle yourself. I know you don't want to walk around like you're living in a prison, but you need to handle yourself like you're one of Michael Jackson's children. Even if you think, ain't nobody, I want to be free. Ain't nobody thinking about me. My mother ain't nobody. She ain't important. Oh, yes, but she is. She's important to God. She's important spiritually. She's very important. Spiritually, your mama and grandmother and great-grandmother and great-great-grandmother, they all spiritually ranked. Very important. And that's why the government keeps up with your family, whoever this energy is. Okay. And that's why they're following you, and you have to follow suit. You have to live your life as if you are a spiritual celebrity's child, and you have to be aware that people are going to be following you everywhere you go and targeting you to try to get your energy, because they know that your mama, whoever your mother is, she's too smart. Your mother's too smart for these people to access her energy. So guess what? Whoever you are, they're following you around, waiting for you to connect with anybody to make them an offer to harness your energy from you instead. So tell me more about the situation with this horny-toed Gemini energy and this Capricorn. Tell me more about the situation with this horny Gemini that couldn't control their sexual urges and lost their mind because somebody blew on their neck. Yeah, somebody offered this horny Gemini. I'm going to keep saying, the spirit said yes. The spirit said, take a cold shower. The Holy Spirit said, there's a Gemini in here that needs to take a cold shower and control himself. Somebody too old not to be able to control their sexual energy and to go crazy and Google-eyed and goofy like a junior high school girl the minute somebody breathe on their neck and just lose it. Okay? So whoever this Gemini is, they got into some karmic energy. They forgot about empathy and compassion and did something that was very malicious, because a Capricorn or someone connected to a Capricorn that's under judgment right now, they offered them a large amount of money. They offered them Ace of Pentacles and a Ten of Pentacles. This Gemini might even live close to wherever you live. Okay. And this is the truth. It's the Ace of Swords. This is the absolute truth. Okay. Ain't no lies being told here. This Gemini lacked in this aspect. They lacked empathy and compassion. But I feel like the only reason that empathy and compassion went out the way is because they got horny. Because I think this is normally someone that has a lot of empathy and compassion, but you would be shocked at what can happen with a person that hasn't been touched in a long time when they get a little bit of attention or when they get horny. You literally would be shocked how some men and women can literally lose all compassion. Like, oh, I don't care who dies. I don't care what. Wait a minute ago, you was a soldier of Christ. What the heck? What? No, well, wasn't nobody trying to talk to me. Now I got somebody grinning in my face like a catfish, complimenting me, telling me they like the way I move, and they looking at my behind, and oh, I ain't get this much attention in years. So it's some energy where the Bible says, beware of brief delight and everlasting shame. Oh, hallelujah. The Bible says, beware of brief delight and everlasting shame. Okay? So somebody lost their love and compassion and empathy temporarily and did something very malicious to hurt whoever you are, young lady, because you're connected to a mother that is somehow connected to this Gemini that this Capricorn was trying to get through to, because they sent somebody to flirt with this Gemini energy and they got horny. And that's what got them to open up to taking a bribe, where, oh man, you mean after all these years, I'm going to be able to get off sexually and I'm going to be able to walk away rich? So they tried it. They tried it. A Hierophant energy that might work for the NSA or CIA is a government institution, and they tried to siphon your energy from you. Okay? They tried to siphon your energy from you. Who's calling energy right now? Who's trying to harness my energy right now, spirit? Who just did that so they can get cursed? The High Priestess reverse who? Who is that, Holy Spirit? Somebody just tried to call some of my energy. Who is this so they can get cursed? Who is this so they can get cursed? I'm gonna curse their whole family. Come on. That this person's already cursed. This is somebody already cursed. There's a Cancer energy, the star in a reverse. It's a warlock energy that goes around to different readers and tries to harness their energy, but he's dying already. He's already got a disease, a terminal illness, and he's already dying. And he goes around trying to harness energy while readers are on their live. So he's already sick and cursed and dying. So who cares? No offense. Love of the highest vibration. But I call back all my energy to me right now. All of my energy I command to return back to me right now. My energy is mine only for the manifestations of my abundance only. And I order and command all my energy to return back to me right now. And I bind that Cancer energy to a contract of agreement that in exchange for my energy, you will lose all of your health. You will fall sick. Money will fall through your hands. You will lose your stability. You will lose your home. You will lose your sanity. You will not be able to hold money in your pockets or your hands, and you will lose your health. You will not have your health to go make money to provide for yourself or your family. You're going to fall into bad health, and you are going to lose your home, your money, your health, and your mind. I bind you to that in exchange for my energy. So that's for that Cancer practitioner, that star in reverse. And I call all my energy back to me right now. I command all my energy. Oh, wow, it just came back. I command all my energy to return back to me right now. My energy is mine only for the manifestations of my abundance only. And I command all my energy to return back to me right now, just like it just did. Child, it be so serious. Not trying to be funny. I'm just very hypersensitive. I can feel it when it's pulled, and I can feel it when it like comes right back. Literally, I can literally feel it like back and forth. Literally. You know, some people are like, oh, well, I feel weaker or stronger. No, I literally can feel it when it leaves, and then I can feel it when it comes back. As soon as I call it right back, I'm telling you. So, okay, so where are we right now, Holy Spirit? So this horny Gemini, they lost their empathy and compassion, and they made a deal with the devil to siphon your energy because you're the daughter of a high priestess. Whoever you are, you kick someone out your energy because you realized what they were trying to do to you. It got revealed to you. Okay, so whatever they tried to do to you, it got revealed to you. You might have been a little bit heartbroken, but this was a lesson for you. And this is the purpose of this reading right now. This is your lesson about your boundaries, okay? And also balancing the logic function, your thoughts. Now, you see how they tried to harness your energy Now you have to be able to see correctly what was wrong about what they tried to do to you. Now that you felt that, now in your thought function going forward, as your spiritual gifts open up to you, and it's going to happen, but every 7 years, over time, little by little, when you're ready for them, it'll open to you. Whatever function you're ready for and whatever energy you're ready to operate in, it's going to happen in God's timing, not your timing. Stop trying to force things. Stop trying to go to people to help you to progress spiritually along. Everything you need to do is the inner work, and it has to do with transforming your mind. And now you can see how what they just did to you is exactly, if you're offered to do something spiritually to others to harness their energy, now you can see the wrong in that. So welcome to another one of your lessons. You have many, 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 many more lessons that you're going to need to learn before your ancestors open up certain gifts and insights and precepts to you, one by one. Don't rush it. Take your time. It's not about the destination. It's about the journey and how you handle it. Life is not any destination. This is a matrix. You're on God's playground. And on this playground, there are people, places, and things that are illusions, but they're all placed here for you to believe that they're real so that you can be authentic in exercising your free will to see if you have love and compassion or it needs to be balanced out until your heart is light as a feather. And then you can transcend because you've become an enlightened being, which is the ultimate goal of your soul's journey on this life. Not the destination where you're going to arrive, but it's how you get there and how you transform your mind and learn your lessons and try your best to stay on your path. Thank you. Come through, Spirit. So I'm going to pull some other cards and see if there's any other energies that they want me to talk about right now with regard to this or anything else. And then I'm going to close out with a prayer. Oh, man, I didn't even realize I left that all the way over there. All right. All right. Are there any other messages, Holy Spirit? Oh, they did a death spell, baby. They did a death spell on you, baby. They did a death spell on you, but you're protected. You see what I'm saying? I told you. I told you. Whoever you are, you don't want to worry about whatever. I don't know if anyone warned you in your bloodline about who you are, but chances are, if they did a death spell on you, it's because they can't take your mama out. No, it's an actual death. Here we go again. And they want me to talk about who. Somebody might die as a result of this. I'm telling you, because they're messing with they unalive this person again. Child, somebody might have tried to unalive you with a death spell, and now somebody might be under heat or in trouble. Okay, look at that. Y'all, we'll see. A mason, a flood, respite care. So somebody might end up in respite care. I'm telling you, whoever these people are, they are messing. It's like they're coming after the is it called the seed of or the offspring. They're coming after. It's an East Indian. An East Indian did a death spell on you. So whoever that Gemini is that can't keep their legs closed, they are connected with somebody that's an East Indian high priestess or priest that did a death spell on you. And you have to understand, whoever you are the offspring of some high priestesses in your bloodline, and you are a target. You are the offspring of some high priestesses in your family, and you're being targeted. You're being targeted by the CIA and other people that are after you because they can't get your mama. Whoever your mama is, they couldn't get her, so they did a death spell on you because they wanted to drain your energy. Okay? Somebody is this. So if your mother ever tried to warn you and tell you whoever you are, if your mama ever tried to warn you and tell you and you didn't want to hear it, hopefully whatever you just went through, now you realize how serious it is. But also understand something. If you come from a very anointed bloodline of high priestesses, in addition to that, when people do stuff like this to you and attempt to jump you spiritually like that, they get chastised. Sometimes they might even lose their life for that. They don't get away with doing things like that. These demons, they are going to try it. But they don't get away with it. Somebody might be in a southeast state, or someone might be from a southeast state. All right, let's go. Who else is involved besides this East Indian that did a death spell? There might be a judge, a Japanese judge in New York for somebody, in the Bronx. For somebody, there might be this Japanese judge, this East Indian, here these mofos go again, that are co-workers with each other. Here we go. And a Gemini that can't keep their legs closed. Once again, who else did this death spell? Their business partners. Tell me who else did this death spell. A young woman between 18 and 35, or you might be a young woman between 18 and 35. This is your family doing this. Whoever you are, if your mama, somebody's initials might be AM, like Amara, Amara. Somebody's initials might be AM, like Amara, Amara, Amarado, A, Apple. So somebody's initials might be AM. They did a death spell. So if you got a mama that been warning you and telling you to be vigilant because people are on your ass, somebody's stepmother, okay, somebody is South African. This is a coven right here, baby. Whoever you are, a South American, whoever you are, if your mama been trying to warn you over and over again and tell you that you're being targeted and you didn't want to hear it, because no one's bothering me, you're paranoid. I'm hoping that you're going to take this as a lesson and learn from it and be more cautious and believe your mama when she tells you, because whoever your mother is, if she warned you to be careful because you were being watched by the government, hopefully you'll take it serious now. All right, anybody else? And Eritrean, and Eritrean was a part of this, okay? Child, this is a whole coven. Whoever you are, a Chinese hacker that if you look somebody up in your phone to find a practitioner, whoever that person is you looked up, this Chinese hacker is following you in your phone to see who you talk to, who you make an appointment with, who you're looking up, what you're scrolling through online. If you're looking up botanica shops, this Chinese hacker is following you through technology on your phone to see what you're thinking about, what you're about to do, and who you're dealing with. A mother, uncle. Child. What's a mother, uncle? A munkle. Anybody ever heard of a munkle? A munkle. An aunt, a uncle, a mother, or a father? A aunt, a uncle, a mother, or a father. Okay. A white man. This is a coven, baby. Indonesian. Child, they did a death spell on you. Child, a Somalian. Whoever you are, this is a government coven that couldn't sacrifice your mama, and they are watching you on your phone and doing spell work on you to call you in, to get you in to see practitioners, to gaslight you about you don't have, your gifts aren't coming in like they should. Maybe you need to go see a practitioner so a practitioner can help you, so a practitioner can help you with that. No, you don't need no goddamn practitioner. What you need to do is sit alone in silent meditation and do mindful meditation and do reading. Study up about the different thought processes that align with the different chakras and check yourself. Do checks and balances alone by yourself. You don't need another other person. You don't need to drink no tonic, rub no oil on your body. There is nothing that you need to do. So this is a coven of people that try to do a death spell on you, sweetheart, whoever you are. Indonesian, a stepmother, a uncle, a mother, uncle, father, aunt, a Chinese hacker that's telling these people every move you make because they're watching and following you in your phone. Okay. A South American. Okay. A South African. An Eritrean. You might be a young woman between 18 and 35. Okay. Somebody's initials might be A or M, like Mary, like, you know, A, like A, Apple, Amarado, A, okay, a white man. These are all co-workers. A Japanese judge from New York, in the Bronx, New York, and her little East Indian priest or high priest that couldn't kill your mother. This might be your family doing this. And somebody might be in respite care or about to go to respite care, because so they got a whole coven to gang up on a young high priestess, because she won't listen to her mama's or heed her mama's warnings if her mother ever warned her that she was being targeted and watched. So that's a lesson. Sometimes younger people, they need to go through hard lessons before they're willing to listen. A hard head make a soft ass. It just is what it is. Sometimes a hard head makes a soft ass. And when you tell somebody, I don't want to hear it, and then they actually go through it, oh, that's what you were talking about. It needs to happen. And that's part of the growth and development. And that's why certain gifts are not opened up to you at a certain age, because they know there are things in your blind spot that you don't see yet. Like, what made you go to this person that you went to, that you connected with, where you didn't have discernment and no red flags went up? That's something about your intuition that didn't kick in. Because confirmation, I just got a beep on my phone. That's a confirmation again. Where did your intuition not kick in to let you know that something was wrong, or somebody was doing a dirty deal behind your back with whoever you went to for prayers, or whoever you solicited for help with your spiritual gifts? Where was the red flags at? So that means you need more work fine tuning your intuition. And that's why certain gifts will only come to you little by little, because you still got a lot more learning and growing to do as a young woman. Okay. You're going to be okay. I've got the 9 of Wands here. I don't know. Maybe you lost some sleep. Perhaps you might have lost sleep because of the death spell. Whatever. If you got sick or if anything happened to you, it's because all of them did a death spell on you. Okay. I'm just letting you know, all of them did a death spell on you. Okay. And I have that someone might be a Leo that could not plan something. What did this Leo do, Holy Spirit? The Emperor, this might be an older masculine or feminine. Take it as it resonates. Someone could be an Aries as well. Justice. Somebody was trying to get some justice or something like that. Let's go. What happened with the Leo? Clarify, Leo. A Leo has accepted something. They're not happy with something, but they've already accepted something. Somebody might have moved past something and they were waiting on something. What was this Leo waiting on? What was this Leo waiting on? What was this Leo waiting on? They were waiting. They might have been waiting on a Cancer energy. Okay. They might have been waiting on and expecting a Cancer energy. Okay. Or someone not to move forward with something. But there was a tower. There's some kind of tower here. What's the tower? Hold on, let me check something real quick. All right, there we go. What is that tower with that Leo energy? Okay. Oh, okay. So somebody has drawn a line in the sand. So somebody was waiting for something to stop. They were expecting someone not to move forward with something to avoid a tower. Somebody is expecting someone not to move forward in a marriage, a relationship, or something like that, or in a community. A page of pentacles. Somebody might have traveled somewhere for a new start, a new beginning. Okay, with the page of pentacles. So there might be a Leo. There might be a Leo that was expecting that something was not going to move forward with the marriage, and they might have traveled somewhere for a new start. Start building. The page of pentacles is someone trying to build something from the ground up. It's like building blocks. You're starting at block one. So somebody might be starting from stage one to build something all over again. And they might have traveled across the water to do this or something like that with a Leo. Anything else, Holy Spirit? Who's this person that's going? Tell me about respite care. Ooh. So this could be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, or a King of Pentacles that wouldn't let something go that might end up in respite care. Somebody might end up in respite care, okay, that got kicked out of somebody's energy. So a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn that got kicked out of somebody's energy might end up in respite care. All right, anything else? And something is going to be balanced back out for you. So whoever you are, if this Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn had anything to do with this, you're back balanced. Everything's okay with you. But they're going to end up in respite care. This person is going to end up in respite care. Okay. What is no? It's an actual death. Maybe it's that person. Somebody that's under spiritual judgment that can't balance the situation. Somebody that's under spiritual judgment that cannot balance the situation. That's having a tower and they accept it. Somebody has accepted their death. Okay. Somebody has accepted their fate, like, because they've got clarity that whatever they orchestrated to do, they have accepted their death. They have accepted their fate. All right, that's that. All right, guys, this is not going to be a long one this evening. I'm going to jump into the prayer. But before I do that, I'm going to pull a few more cards very quickly to end this read. This is not going to be a long one, but I am going to do the prayer this evening. Okay. All right, give me 3 cards to end this read. I hope this helps somebody. All right, give me 3 cards to end this read. Oh, somebody can't plan something. Okay. Somebody cannot plan something. That's the truth. Somebody can't plan something. Somebody is very protected, and no matter what they do, no matter who they go after in somebody's family, they cannot plan something. Somebody cannot plan something at all. And that's the Ace of Swords. That's the truth. All right, y'all, I'm hungry. And somebody's in a mental imprisonment. So there is a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo that has accepted their death because of what they orchestrated to do. And they're at peace with it. They're okay with dying. A Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, they've agreed to die. They said, I'm at peace with this. Anything else? Give me one final card to end this read. Someone has accepted their fate. They feel defeated and burdened because they might have abused power in trying to sacrifice somebody. Okay? But they feel powerless. They feel powerless because they came up against a very, very ancient and strong bloodline. I got to keep it a buck with you. Whoever you are, this reading was for, you come from a very ancient and strong bloodline. You could, maybe it's a bunch of shaman women. Maybe you have a whole bunch of shaman women in your family, but it's just a very ancient, long bloodline of women in your bloodline specifically And that's why this person accepts their death and defeat, because they couldn't hold a candle against your bloodline, whether it be you or your mama. It's something about your bloodline. This person couldn't hold a candle. Whoever that Capricorn energy is that made the offer to the horny Gemini, whoever that was that made the offer to the horny Gemini, they could not come against your family because of your bloodline. Y'all are ancient, whoever you are. You're very ancient. You want me to put? Okay, well, hold on. Well, let me see. All right, I'll do it real quick. All right, in case somebody, let me see if I can get any more information really quick. This is the Priestess of Light Oracle. Okay, let me see if they have any advice really quick for whoever you are to help you along your path. This is a very, very, if anyone's interested, this is a very, very, very good Oracle deck. Very, very good. I love my favorite. I don't know why. It's just, it is what it is. Okay. All right. So I'm going to pull a card for you. Holy Divine Spirit, please give me a card for whoever this reading is for. Please give me a card for whoever this reading is for their advice, because I feel like I'm talking to a younger lady that might be like a high priestess, but that's still in training, that wants to jump the gun and skip her lessons and try to do stuff before God's timing. All right. What is the advice here? Or what is the oracle card for this high priestess, this young high priestess in training, this pre-empress energy, Holy Spirit? Because I feel like this is a young woman between 18 and 35, like the card said. So whoever you are, you're between the age of 18 and 35. That's what the card said. It said you're between 18 and 35. So you know who you are. Okay. All right. What is the oracle card for this particular person? What is the card for whoever this young woman is? Oh, come on now. Which one is it? All right. I see death and rebirth, divine feminine. I can't make it up. Look at you. Okay. They threw that joint out there. I feel like they're giving me just 2 cards for you, but they're the third. I'll take a look at it really quick just in case. Okay. But these are the 2 that feel the strongest for me that came out for you. Okay. This is the first one I have for you, whoever you are. You're a young woman between the age of 18 and 35. You come from a bloodline of high priestesses. Your mother is a high priestess that they've been trying to sacrifice. And death and rebirth, darkness to light is what they're giving me. Death and rebirth, darkness to light. I can't wait to read it. And the other one is, look at that, divine feminine, magnetic, receptive, and power. Look how powerful you are. Magnetic, receptive, and power. So let me read both of those to you. I feel strongest with these 2 that snapped out here. I want to read death and rebirth first for you. And I think that's 19. Give me 1 second. Okay. All right. So this is the card. I'm going to say it one more time. You're a young woman between the age of 18 and 35. Death and rebirth, darkness to light. This card indicates that a time of closure and great transition is at hand. This may seem like a relatively minor event, or it may be something big, like the ending of a relationship, a job, or a long-time residence. Remember, however, this card signifies important change. Even out of the most difficult experience or the deepest, darkest darkness comes a new life filled with light and unexpected blessings. The Black Panther is a symbol of power through transformation. Although the panthers here are intense, they bring the mystical message that you have the power to let go of your fear of the unknown. When you do so, you will come out of the darkness. Hold on. Bring you into alignment with the universal fields of unlimited abundance. Okay, make sure I'm still reading from the right one. Okay. This is 64, and this is 64. Out of the darkness. Oh, okay, I need page 65. Sorry about that. With this book, all the pages came out, but it's still good. There it is. When you do so, you will come out of the darkness enlightened and wake up to a newly conscious life. The Panther Priestess, dressed in white, comes to tame the difficult energies within this transition. She carries the antler totem, icon of clear perception, and she directs you to open your awareness to the new opportunities that are coming your way. Okay. So you're going through some changes right now. You're at a pivotal change in your life, whoever you are. I don't know if you're changing friends, you're changing your residence, something in your life is changing. Any change that may present itself should be considered from a spiritual point of view. Look within, whether you're dealing with a lost job or the shifting or ending of a relationship. There is a deeper message or lesson in the experience. Trust in yourself and in your future, for you are stronger and more resourceful than you realize. Your personal power is charged with the energy of your eternal spirit. It will light the darkness and carry you forward into a truly wonderful new life. Your affirmation is, I turn my eternal soul for power and direction. I turn to my eternal soul for power and direction. I fearlessly face the future. Okay. Now, this other one, divine feminine, magnetic receptive power for you. 7. All right. Give me a second. Let me find 7. All right. Oh, so is it? I am all thumbs. Divine feminine. Got it. Okay. And let me make sure what's on the back side. 39. Okay. So after 40, where is 41? There it is. Okay. All right. So this card is divine feminine, magnetic receptive power, divine feminine. This is the card of Isis. That would be all set. And she's bringing news of the deep reflection and increasing receptivity coming into your life. The Egyptian hieroglyphic system symbol of the eagle represents spirit, and the wisdom the soul brings to life. This eagle comes to rest upon her hands, bringing profound understanding. This card reveals a time of power, peace, and deepening clarity for you. Yet underneath this quiet resonance, your magnetic energy is swirling in accelerated motion, creating a vortex of attraction within and around you. Your yin energy is on the rise, divine feminine. It's a restful yet dynamic time, and it may call for you to go inward to reflect on present situations, receiving guidance, and making future plans. It's also a grounding time, one during which you, like Isis, choose to connect your own light with the gentle, supportive vibration of earth energy. This is a certain medicine in this consciousness connection, ushering in balance and healing on many levels, including physical, emotional, and even financial issues. So allow yourself to open up to your own magnetic powers. This card could also herald the coming of a new woman into your life. This might be a close friendship or a burgeoning romantic love. Your growing receptivity is likely to call in an important karmic relationship at this time. Be open to the lessons and meaningful connections that lie ahead. Your affirmation is, I open myself to the divine feminine within and around me. As I get in touch with the warmth of my spirit, my magnetism grows. So this is also foretelling you're attracting a new lesson toward you, and it might have to do with a woman, a feminine energy, or a man with feminine energy, or a woman that's coming toward you. This could be a friendship or relationship. I'm not judging nobody, but whatever this relationship is that is coming toward you at this particular time, it's your next lesson. Okay. and because they said it's karmic. So it's that just simply is meaning this might be something coming up again from a past life, a lesson that you need to learn, a cycle that needs to be completed. And this person that's coming into your life with feminine energy, whether it's a man or a woman, they're here to teach that lesson to you. So it might be a bad connection. I don't know. It could be a boss, a coworker, a new friend, someone you date, whatever this is, whoever this person is that comes into your life, they're meant to be on your path. And it's something that you're going to learn from them and possibly teach them. They're going to mirror something that you need to learn. Okay. So you can expect some kind of new relationship or a new person coming into your life for something. Okay. Whether it's business, work, pleasure, or whatever. Okay. So without further ado, I told y'all these prayers are going to be a little bit shorter. We're going to go ahead and do this evening prayer. Anybody that wants to join in, I welcome you too. Okay. I show gratitude for this night and my collective of the highest vibration of love. I show gratitude for all of our energy. I show gratitude for reciprocity. I show gratitude for protection and favor. I show gratitude for our full restoration to health, mentally, spiritually, physically, and emotionally. I show gratitude right now for the restoration of our energy fully. Right now, as I call back all of our energy to us right now, I command all our energy to return back to us. Any energy that was siphoned from me or anyone in my life of the highest vibration of love, I order and command all our energy to return back to our body right now. Let every tongue that rise up against us in judgment be thou condemned right now. Right now, I call all energy back that was siphoned or stolen. We have no contract with anybody spiritually in the spiritual realm or the physical. We're not married to anybody in the spiritual or the physical. No one has a contract or agreement on any of our energy, and we order and command all our energy to return back to our body on the ethereal plane, on the astral plane, on the mental, physical, and emotional plane. Our bait, mate, our sweet, great energy wait. Do not let separate from our estate. We neutralize and eliminate the hate. Positive and creative energy is our fate. Sacred and root chi, we do decree. We appreciate you. Stay glued to thee. We call all our energy back to us right now. Right now. By the power and authority of Christ, we pray for protection over our energy this night as we sleep. Right now, O Holy One, Moon, Lavana, Nana, who sits at the head of Mercury, Koke, Anki, Venus, Inene, Noge, Sun, Utu, Shamish, Mars, Madin, Gugiana, Jupiter, Enlil, Zadik, Saturn, Shabbatha, Nanurta. Right now, by the power and authority of Christ, I bind every demonic spirit in every warlock and practitioner in this life. Catch fire right now and scatter. We command all our energy to be returned back to us right now tenfold. We cut and bind every cord right now by fire. We sever every demonic cord and attachment. I declare by the authority and power of Christ on every conjured witchcraft being used on and sent to me and my collective of the highest vibration of love. Right now, let every charm and evil altar and candle referencing our name, let it be nullified and neutralized. Let its power be banished and destroyed by fire right now. Power and light of Christ. By the authority and power of Jehovah. Abracadabra. Let the forces of darkness, I command, to get and flee from our life, family, surroundings from this life. In the name of Iya Umima. Matthew 18:18. Whatsoever ye shall bind on earth shall be bound in heaven, and whatsoever ye shall loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven. Again, I say unto you that if two of you shall agree on earth touching anything that they shall ask, it shall be done for them of my Father. For where two or three are gathered together in my name, there am I in the midst of them. Right now, I cover myself, my child, and my collective of the highest vibration of love in this live right now with the sacred seal of our Kundalini violet flame of our holy fire, which is our Holy Spirit. Right now, let every tongue that rise up against us be thou condemned. Let death fall upon them and let them fall fast into hell. From the crown of our head to the sole of our feet, right now, we call on Christ's light and fire and energy to act as a divine shield and a fence around, through, and with the fire and power of Christ Jehovah. I decree and declare, let every form of witchcraft and all of its effects burst into flames and scatter. Be ye neutralized and destroyed. I bind every evil influence and command you to get and flee from this live right now. I dismantle right now every stronghold of witchcraft and all hexes. I command to break and scatter right now. Isaiah 54:17. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. Let every tongue that rise against me in judgment be thou condemned. Greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. Surely he shall deliver thee from the foulest snare and from the deadly pestilence. Right now, I break the power of this witchcraft and spell work in the name and by the power and authority of Christ Jehovah. Philippians 2:10. I declare that by the power and authority of Christ, let every knee bow and every tongue confess in this life, in heaven, on earth, and under the earth. No power can stand against me. In the name and by the power and the authority of Christ, I break the power of every spell, every curse of every demonic cancer warlock in this life right now. Catch fire right now. Be thou condemned and receive your death. Every charm right now over our life, right now, let every force of witchcraft bow down to Christ's authority and be dismantled. Right now, I renounce all ties to witchcraft in the name of Jehovah. Sit down and shut your mouth. Right now, I break every tie and connection and agreement with every enchantment of witchcraft pit against me. Right now, I nullify every curse spoken. Shut your mouth. Right now, let it fall down to the ground and be rendered ineffective and powerless. Let the effects of witchcraft on our body, mind, and spirit, let it be reversed and undone. Right now, I decree and I declare complete freedom and healing. Right now, we are completely restored to wholeness. Right now, I cover myself, my child, and my collective of the highest vibration of love with Christ's light for protection by that kundalini violet flame of our holy fire, which is our Holy Spirit, invoked by our holy words. Holy, holy, holy. Kadus, 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 kadus. We call on that violet flame right now that breaks the power of all witchcraft. I declare Christ's light as our protection, as a divine barrier of energy that no force can penetrate or may penetrate. Let every demonic spirit get out this live right now. Umima is a consuming fire. I release Christ's fire on every demonic spirit, using anyone or anything to cause any spiritual or physical imbalance to me, my collective of the highest vibration of love, or my child, or this house, or this life. Right now, I sanctify this live with Christ's light and fire. I flood this live right now, an environment with the fire of Umima for cleansing and redemption. So mote it be. I decree and declare continued protection over our life. Let our ancestors and the Most High God, Yeshua, encamp all around us. Put a circle of fire around our spirit in the dream state so that no one may call on our spirit or manipulate our spirit as we rest and sleep tonight. We call right now for protection around our spirit. Let them be greeted with a wall of fire that will encircle and encase our spirit as we sleep this night. Around our chakras, around our auras, on the ethereal plane, on the astral plane, on the mental, physical, and emotional plane. We command a circle of fire of that kundalini violet flame to engulf and encircle us from the crown of our head to the sole of our feet as we sleep. Let no one and nothing penetrate that circle, but let them catch fire. Let them vomit blood. Let them wake up with scratches and bruises and be unable to see. Let them go blind. Anyone that tries to penetrate, spiritually spy, remote view us as we rest this night. We order and command complete divine protection as we rest and keep us safe from all harm. I decree and declare this night, no weapon formed against us shall prosper. We are free in Christ, and no power of darkness has any hold over us. Oh Lord Dumare, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. I'm hungry, y'all. I don't know about y'all. What time is it? 9:49. I'm gonna eat something. I told you I'm a fast at the end of the month, so don't sit up there and judge me. Guys, I thank you once again. I had a great time tonight with this reading. Angel Hoyt, Diane Garrison, Sheena's Intuitive Readings, Patrice Gradine, Diane Garrison, who else? Lori Taylor, anybody that I see or don't see. Thank you so much for sticking around for the prayer. These prayers are everything, because if you're spiritually sensitive and you've been dealing with these warlocks, child, the way I've been, child, Jack Star, who else? I know it's people that were here that I didn't see, but I want to thank each and every person that was a part of this prayer. These prayers are everything. The energy, the prayers, they're everything. And it's okay. It's okay to go ahead and say what you got to say to these warlocks. Okay. Sometimes it might sound dark, but what my belief system is, which is philosophy, the philosophy of love and compassion, but also just like if someone's breaking in your house to try to hurt and harm you, what the card said was, if you're trying to protect yourself, okay, from someone that's trying to kill you, okay, and you pick up a sword, there's no karma for it because you're protecting yourself. Now, understand, these people are using spiritual tools to pick up a sword and to kill you spiritually. So if you have to bind these people, bind them up spiritually, guess what? There's no karma there because you're protecting yourself from entities that have taken over, certain people that have given their vessels over to these demonic spirits. Okay, some of these warlocks are relentless, and if you let them, they will constantly try to feed on and siphon from your energy, and you just got to bind them and banish them. Sometime they got to get sick, sometime they have to die. Oh well. So you had a good day. Okay, my joke. Guys, I'm Quan Yin. This is Love of the Highest Vibration. And y'all don't want to hear me keep talking. Y'all have a great night. I love y'all. Take care.